This has been an evolution of what happened here. This is a very busy downtown charging area, just an endless stream of cars coming in and out. 3G went away, we came to 4G and 5G. The chargers simply didn't work anymore. And eventually, we were able to pull together pieces and make 6 of them work. Ultimately, the people that own and manage this lot, they're our customer. And if they hear no complaints and think people are happy, that to them is a success. And that's a success for us as well. Hi, Mark Marmer from Signature Electric. I made a trip down here because there's a whole story that goes with it. We have a dozen of our chargers here, protective bars, our new weighted retractors, bumpers, everything in place here. This has been almost an evolution of what happened here. This is a very busy downtown charging area. The garage is just an endless stream of cars coming in and out. What was here when we first came a long time ago, there was some of the first generation GE chargers. A company called KSI used to manage it. 3G went away and we came to 4G and 5G. And ultimately the chargers simply didn't work anymore. So they went to another vendor and they changed all of the chargers to EV box chargers. They put them in, but over a period of time, it wasn't really working right. We were getting service calls for it. Partly the EV box chargers had a handle that sort of came out the middle. And eventually they called us in and said, see what you can make work here. So we were able to pull together pieces and make about 6 of them work. They did the first chargers, now they're doing the second chargers, and that still doesn't seem to be working perfectly. The cables were lying on the floor. It was just endless. 6 chargers wasn't enough. We provided 6 new chargers. You can see that the chargers are very close and flush to the wall, so there's nothing sticking out. Because the handle is able to be put separately, we brought it over to the side and there's a place for it to be. One of the points I wanted to make about the charger is it's not like your home. If you're at home, I know exactly where I park my car, and if I can position my charger close enough, maybe I just need to take it and put it in. But I don't know who's going to come here charging on the back and the front and the left. To begin with, and we're able to position this central. But if you'll look to see, we've got almost the use of the full cable here. That's a full extension on the cable from the retractor. We still have slack here, so we're not pulling on the cable that's at the charger. You pretty much could almost get this in to the front center of a car if you needed to. A lot of people who have charging on this side will actually turn the car around and front themselves in. But again, all these little nuances about the charger and the placement of the knuckle, the placement of the retractor itself are all very important, and that gives us flexibility depending on what vehicles are arriving. Ultimately, the people that own and manage this lot, they're our customer. And if they hear no complaints and think people are happy, that to them is a success. And that's a success for us as well. We've been working on retractors. The idea is get it to be small. You almost can't see them. Because they're white, they fit into the wall. We needed the fasteners to be stainless steel because they were outside. I didn't want them to rust. I wanted them to be easy to install. And I was very concerned about the amount of tension that was needed. When this is in your car, if it's pulling, you're not happy about this. It's not needing much tension at all here to hold this. We've got a whole series of these in the shop. You'll see them bigger and smaller. And this has worked out to be the best. When I came here today, you see exactly what you see. Everything was in place. If you provide somebody, especially once it's retracted, it's holding in their hand, they've got a place to put it. If you don't quite get it right, you'll end up with some of the cable on the floor. If you get it too close, then it's pulling all the time when it doesn't need to. That's another thing, making sure that the knuckle actually fits the cable. Originally, they only had the bumper here. The charger came out past the bumper, so that didn't help. The bumper just didn't provide enough protection. The reason that the bumper's here is because if we put a block on the floor, some of the cars wouldn't fit into the spaces. These are cellular chargers. This is a pretty high-end space, and we use a lot of the feeds. The feeds that were coming down here, the electrical rooms way down at the end. With the old chargers, people were getting the charger cable stuck into their port. We were on emergency calls down here, dismantling the handle to get it out. Imagine how this place felt when they had a phone call that somebody couldn't move their car out of this space. This wasn't a minor thing. While we're happy to provide service, because that's what we do, period, and that's what we've been doing for 38 years, We didn't used to do a ton of service for EV charging, but now I would say from what I can hear in the office, we're getting 3 or 4 dispatches every single week. But ultimately, a successful installation would be, we would never hear a need for service. Connectivity would be fine. The units would be physically protected. The retractors would work. We wouldn't have charger cables laying on the ground that people are running over. And then everybody's happy. This is this big part of reliability that we talk about. Why is it that I went by the highway and my charger didn't work? I just like it to work every time I come. We want it to work. It makes it better for us, and it makes people feel much more comfortable to be able to buy vehicles. They buy vehicles, we need charging. That's the combination we're looking for anyway. So hopefully we'll see. So far, it hasn't been a long time these are installed, but I was pleased to see the way it looked when we came down today. We'll keep an eye on it, and hopefully a year from now, I'll come back and see this exact same situation, and I'll know that we're on the right track. If you come to us at the beginning and give us an idea of what you want done, we have this in mind. I know where the problems are going to be, and we can help to solve that at the beginning. So I'm thrilled to see this. It just gives you an idea of who's charging here. Some of the people that are shopping for sure, but I think people from the adjacent condominiums and people who live in the area are charging down here as well. We know from the metrics, because we get reporting from these chargers, we know these are some of the busiest chargers on the network. They've redone the painting on the floor. They want our work to look good too. If you need some help, give us a call. We're here, 416-490-8093. But if you want, listen, we all learn from YouTube, right? So youtube.com/signature electric. Maybe as these things come up, you can sort of sort out what's interesting to you and take a look at it. And we're happy for you to go to our website. That's signatureelectric.ca. So thanks for coming down and seeing this. I'm just thrilled when things work out like this.